shared passion, Hunter.
Alright, we're gonna dive into a little bit of Warframe. We'll see how long this goes. I was doing Ghost of Tsushima, but for some reason Sony Network went down, and quite honestly, I don't want to get into a story-based game like that and then have it drop off on me again, so we're gonna play a little safe and do a little Warframe. I do want to... yeah.
I've been thinking, Operator. I thought you'd want to know. Strange. Ortis did not see the value of those photonic wavelengths until now.
That'll get rid of the blue. Alright, see what we got going on here. Defense against the Grenier.
What flesh is within that Warframe? I will crush it. I will fill my lungs with your death.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Eh. Probably should have brought my pox instead for him. That's fine if he goes down. You can always bring him back up. I don't even have enough to... have to remember that. I'll heal him up in a second. First group of guys that comes out. I need him to come closer to these guys. And he's not. He'll go down. Well, that's good. Let them come to the door. He's too far away for it to really heal him effectively, but... I mean, all these guys are just getting ripped apart. Gotta love it. Where are you?
My Warframe is strong. Come on!
There we go. Someone triggered Arcane Grace for me. I wish there was a way to speed this up. There we go. Wanted to get my daily in there for sliding. You know what? This is just gonna make it easier. Come on, Saren. Let's have a little fun, shall we? Got Duke ripping everybody apart. Nas, what's up? The other one's still showing live? Man, I dropped that thing. I actually deleted the video itself. So Sam, what, am I saying that right, man? Suck Sam? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, well, I went live again. I didn't want, because if Sony servers are going to be a little off, I don't want to stream a game that is going to be a story. So I decided to jump on the Warframe. Suck some? Gotcha, man. Oh, you're here from Fox from Cat's stream? Awesome, dude. Welcome to the Snake Pit.
Eyes open. There's glass resonance in your neighborhood.
Happy to have you in here, buddy. Is Cat still streaming? I know she typically streams around the same time that I do.
Left of who they once were.
And if I remember right, I think she was doing Guacamelee. And oh, don't tell me I just got stuck in the map.
You gotta
There
find
we
out
go.
what's protecting them,
Jeez.
and then take your shot.
Gotta love it when that happens in the game. I got one guy here. I'm so glad you got my Oxamati. The only reason why you're still alive. Her stream just ended? Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Alright, we got 3 more waves to go here. Sixum, are you familiar with Warframe at all? If not, this game is going to be pretty fast-paced, at least at the level that I'm playing it at. But I am more than happy to explain anything, if need be. Otherwise, it's nice to have another 10-0 in here. Right above me. Why do I feel like my ability to run just went away? One more wave. Hey, baby. This game... So I've been playing this game since 2015, give or take. There is very minimal information about the game that you'll get from the game itself. So for me to be able to spare anybody the hardship of trying to figure the game out on themselves, I'm very accustomed to just taking the time to explain a lot of things about the game, because the main reason there isn't a lot of explanation about the game within the game is there's just so much information about it. I mean, and I'll take a moment once this mission is done to run over the basics with you at least, and give you the idea of what exactly is going on. You say there's somebody here, but there isn't. Unless they fell through the map. Yeah, it was a false mark on the map. Warframe, it is a fun game. This is probably the... Oh, and you subscribed. I appreciate the love there, buddy. This is probably the largest grinder game there is out there. No game will require you to push the grind as hard as this game, because the number of resources you need for things, nothing is easily gotten in this game. This is a game where you definitely need to put in the work. So the easy explanation of this game is you're basically a space ninja. You start the game with starter frames, 1 of 3, and actually it'd be easier if I go through here just to give you a quick little rundown. There is a information node here in the game, which is what we're looking at right now. Information is minimal, but the gist of it. There are certain frames you'll start the game out with. Myself, I started the game out with a character called Volt. As the name would describe, he does manipulate electricity. I'm playing off of my PlayStation. I'm actually on a Pro, so in case you're wondering why it's coming in as clear as it is, that would be why. I had to get a Pro for streaming just because the processing power is unparalleled. At least up until the 5 comes out. So you start out with a starter frame, you start out with some basic weapons. And basically you're fighting against these different factions of enemies that are trying to take over the solar system. You get full access to the actual solar system that we're in. I'll back out just enough. You do start on Earth, and you fight against a faction called the Grenier, who have started invading the universe, which triggered your character to be woken back up after centuries of not being needed. And from there, you progress along the star chart. If you touch Earth, you can see the lines that connect it. It'll go either to Mars, to Venus, or a shattered moon called Lua, sorry. Venus will only connect to Mercury, and that's the dead end there. And then from there, you'll start opening up different areas of the map. And each area will require you to complete certain tasks to be able to go to the new area. So if I were to click on the Venus Junction, which is what will connect Earth to Venus, to the left you'll see a checklist of things you need to get done. And in the beginning, this checklist is just to force you to get used to the mechanics of the game, the basics of the game. So it's going to ask you to complete a quest, the first quest that you have to do. It's going to ask you to collect 20 mods, which is very easy to do in the game as well, but you're going to have to spot them out. It's going to ask you to apply 4 mods to a single Warframe, and it's going to ask you to upgrade a mod. Don't think some of those planets are real? Well, here's the thing. So, Deimos is a moon. Lua is not. Eris does exist. Phobos does exist. Europa exists. The Void definitely doesn't. The dojo is definitely not flying in space. But everything else, Cirrus, these are all actual moons. You gotta remember, like, Jupiter has, what, 5 moons? Uranus has 6? Are they in the right spot? I don't believe Deimos is actually attached to Mars, so there are some liberties taken. But you gotta remember, this is still considered science fiction, so we won't hold the developers to too high of a standard. But from there, you know, you get your Warframe out, and you start equipping him and modding him. The character I'm using right now is called a Naros Prime. And with all the Warframes...
How the Tenno arm themselves.
Does this one have? Yeah. So all the Warframes, you are given 8 basic slots to put in whatever mods you want, and these mods will either increase their survivability, like I have set up for him, or they'll increase their abilities. So you can increase your ability strength, the range, the efficiency of how much energy it uses when you cast the ability, and duration for how long the ability will last. Past then, you do get an aura mod. Aura mods are a mod that will increase the capacity itself by double. On top of that, the aura mod for what you wear will affect you and the rest of your team if you're playing with 3 other players. That's part of the story that still that is going on with what's going on. Far more than Horizon Zero Dawn. Horizon Zero Dawn does have a direction that it goes to. What's up, Electro? How you doing today, buddy? This game, with as grindy as it is, does it have a very specific direction? No, there's a multitude of different ways, but same thing with Horizon Zero Dawn. But Horizon Zero Dawn is reaching a final point, at least while you're playing it. In this game, not so much. So, there are different types of missions in this game. And I'm trying to think we'll have the best variety, and we'll go to Jupiter. So there are rescue missions where you have to break into an enemy prison, rescue the inmate without triggering alarms. If you trigger the alarm while you're rescuing him, there is a countdown where they will kill him within his cell. A capture mission where you're speeding through an enemy board and they have one of their, like, one of your enemies, one of the other faction that you're going against. You need to subdue him, capture him, send him to your ship, and then extract. Mobile defense, there's going to be 3 key points in the missions, or inside the mission, and it's going to basically be almost like your ship itself has its own intelligence to it. It is hacking these nodes. You have to protect the node while it's being hacked. Oh, Electro, you didn't realize it was you didn't realize it was an actual place? Yeah. Everything minus the Void and Dojo, these are all real places. These are all real plants. Oh, obviously the plants are real, but everything else, those are the moons associated with the planets. It is fairly accurate. Oh, the Kuva Fortress also doesn't exist. I'm glad it doesn't exist. But then you have, let's see here, disruption mission, a survival mission. All right. So a survival mission is an infinite mission. There is no end to it. And at the end of every integer of 5 minutes, you are given a reward for surviving. Now, a lot of people, including myself, like doing these missions for somewhere in the ballpark of 2 to 4 hours, just because of the resources that you can get from it, the specialty items you can get from it, say certain mods. You can get relics that you use to crack open so that you can get more powerful versions of weapons. They're the prime versions of weapons, the prime version of the characters. This is the direction that a lot of the older people tend to go towards. Notice, what's up, buddy? Nope, Deimos is real. The entire star chart is a legit place. There is nothing in the star chart that is fake, with the exception of Kuva Fortress, Void, and Dojo. Everything else does exist. Now, let's see here. We'll drop that off, put that there. Alright, so what we were doing was the sortie mission. Hijack. So we all know who we're going to bring for the hijack.
I expected more. I deserve a chance.
And if I remember right, I believe I have my hunter build on this Amprex that I have for Children right now. Yep. Okay. Not that we're even going to worry about killing enemies on this one. Oh, the enemies have magnetic damage. Interesting. This should prove, well. So, this is a hijack mission. 6am, just so you understand what is about to happen. So, during this mission, I am trying to procure a vehicle that the enemy has. They will disable it, so it won't have power. I use and sacrifice my shields for that power. Cat's still building. She's a growing channel.
Before it can be installed.
But here's the thing,
in
I'm
row
still building as
fleet.
well.
We need to take these
I'm
cores
actually
into
rebuilding
deep
my
space
channel
for
from where it
extraction.
used to
A
be.
core rupture here would turn this outpost into an uninhabitable wasteland. The Grenier are transporting the core by cargo tram. Find the control console to reroute the tram. Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
Nobody knows yet. Haven't gone by anybody. But they're about to know. Hi, everyone. Alright, so we're pushing hard to get to this point. This is going to bring out the... oh, that's right, it's Grenier, not Corpus. So this is the vehicle that we have to keep moving. While I'm in here, I can't use my abilities.
Excellent. We now have control of the tram. Its drive systems have been overridden, and it will now draw power from your shield.
I always forget how seeing the enemies can be a son of a bitch. Probably should have brought something better for Nox here. Definitely want to make sure he's taken care of. Should have changed the melee weapon.
The tram is retreating.
Yep, and that magnetic damage is going to be a son of a bitch.
So far, so good. Keep moving the tram for extraction. Protect the core. We will destroy it in space. The consequences of a rupture here are unthinkable.
Someone is taking shots. Whoa! Alright, that's the first time Hildren's ever gone down.
A rupture means certain death.
Did I miss out on some
Tram.
slash proc?
The situation is desperate. If core takes
Yeah,
much more damage,
we're not gonna make it.
without you and this
I was
entire
pluck.
outpost.
All right, let's do this right, shall we? Oh yeah, so Cam, I'm never one to beg for anything or whatnot. I'll put it up there if people feel inclined to do so. They're more than welcome to. But other than that, all I want to do is game, have some fun, kick back, relax. And that's it. Alright. You know, I don't like that it says it failed. Because I backed out. I mean, I was about to fail. But I didn't quite get there. Alright, we're going to change this up. We're going to go back to Inaros. You know what, since Electro's here, we're going to rock our Convectus. Now, instead of shields, this is actually going to take my life. Or will it still try to drain my energy? No, it's still going to drain my energy with Inaros, and that's fine. I'll be able to I have 100 adrenaline, so any hit on my vitality is going to keep recharging myself. Six Sham, not a problem, man. I can only assume that you're somewhere in Asia. But hey, man, appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate the sub and the love. Hopefully we'll catch you again sometime soon, buddy. Until then, enjoy your evening. Rest well, my friend, and we will catch you sometime soon.
A Fomorian core is being transported from the factory for installation. You are here to make sure that core never reaches a Fomorian-class ship.
Yeah, melted.
Unchecked, Vahek will create hundreds of new Fomorian-class ships.
Oh,
We plan
well.
to stop as many ships being built as possible by destroying the most
gotta-
critical components.
You gotta get those
The
Orokin
Fomorian
cells when you
core.
see them.
The Grenier transporting
Nope,
the core by
won't be
cargo
able to get it
tram.
from there.
Find the control console to reroute.
My only complaint about Anaros is his lack of speed, and I should be meleeing along the way so that I can properly take care of these guys once they... That's how we take care of a Nox. And actually, while I'm here... Did I get myself to 100? I did.
We will build the cores faster than you can destroy them, Tenno. Mark my words.
In India, gotcha. Hey man, like I said, appreciate you being here.
Excellent. We now have control. Its drive systems have been
Alright, it is
overridden
using my
and
life,
will
because it
now
normally
draw
eats my
power from your
shields. Yep. Nope, eat my life, that's fine. There we go, dude. Crowd control.
We are making progress. Stay sharp, Tenno.
Where's that
You are
bombard?
surrounded by Grenier Marines.
That bombard's what's gonna put a big hurt on this thing. First thing I think of when I think of India, good food, man. I'm always thinking about food. Now, when I answered your question before, I'm closing in on 40.
You are making solid progress. Keep moving.
My Warframe is strong.
There you are.
Let's go on the offensive.
Protect the core. You will destroy it in space. The consequences of a rupture here are unthinkable. Action is close. Do not let up. The Grenier must not be
Really?
allowed
Did you just
to
harpoon
recover
me?
this core.
Get Glenn.
In hindsight, probably could have brought my Brahma.
Eyes open. There's glass resonance in your neighborhood.
Just what I needed.
There's less than nothing left.
Crap. Where's that bombard? There you are. Home stretch. Duke's fucking them up for me. There we go.
You gotta find out what's
Ah,
protecting them,
no
and
worries,
then
man.
Take your shot.
Yeah, I'm for sure your dad's age. It's the joys of playing a game geared towards a younger generation, quote unquote geared towards a younger generation. I mean, most video games are geared towards a younger generation unless it's 17 plus. But trust me, I'm not used to it. A lot of my subscribers are based off of this game right now, so younger audience. Appreciate that, by the way, baby. Alright, what's the last part here? Mobile defense, radiation hazard. Alright. So we are going to switch back to Hildren.
I will fill my lungs with your
Yep.
death.
Electro, I have the setup for my patch bot. So if you're on my Discord, all those updates will pop up. I saw it pop in, but I noticed that we didn't get a hot fix, so I knew it had to be for PC. It's looks like it's optimizations. Let's see here. Added a game settings to use Legacy Dead Zone remapping when controlling look aim input using the controller analog stick. Change the Dead Zone settings to go up and down by 1 instead of 5 when pressing arrows. Fix inability to matchmake together when loading from a town relay to a free roam mission. And that's all I can see there without actually going to the link itself. But yeah, it looks like they put in a fair amount of stuff.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver payloads and defend a number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
Concept for you, Electro. And I'm sure this is probably something that might have
Ugly.
popped up in conversation for you in the past with
None of the scanners have detected
any of your
you.
friends that might play the game as well. But I had this conversation with a buddy of mine. Opinions about exalted weapons having ribbons.
And prepare for enemy
I
resistance.
feel like that would be overkill.
Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Any particular reason why the roller isn't affected by this? Jeez, I got a whole bunch of people.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Yeah, are you gonna give me my return? Geez, there's so many enemies in here that I'm just ripping through my energy. Or my shields. I'm not gonna bother using...
We are finished here. Move on.
Oh, that would have been... Oh, of course, I got hooked in midair. And I got hooked to a spot that I'm stuck in. Yeah, I figured I'd give you some food for thought and give you something to look at while I'm getting back in from the mission. I feel that that would be too much. I mean, I know you're not a fan of ribbons to begin with, but
Location
as someone
reached.
that enjoys
Drop
ribbons,
me in
I
and
feel
defend
that
our position.
that would just be ridiculous.
Tenno. This will take a moment.
Understandable. That was going to be something that I was going to bring up. That, alright, if you're going to make those weapons have ribbons, then yeah, make the Whip Claw an exalted weapon.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
That's that radiation that's ripping apart my shields. You gotta remember that. Yep, I don't understand why... Oh, and you're a leech.
Area completed. Move on.
But I agree with you. If they get rid of the stat stick and just make them full on, that would make it... It would make a lot more sense, and you would have, you know, more Warframes to play around with. As opposed to just being Valkyr and Mesa, Titania, Umbra, and regular Excalibur if you're still
Terminal
using them.
spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend.
Let's see, these guys can only come from two directions.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Curious. Did those guys all get stuck back there somewhere? They gotta start pouring in at some point. That's something that I've never heard DE ever discuss, so I highly doubt that is going to be a thing anywhere in the near future.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
That's true. That is the other thing that we discussed last night. Exactly. They would have to do away with the multiplier off your ability strength, which then, in fact, changes a lot of things. And I feel that that's just too much of a slippery slope for DE to go down, considering how much they already have that they're dealing with
The odds were against us, Tenno,
the game and
but we did it.
the complaints that some people already have. Damn, how many shots out of my Bellfire before that thing breaks? It would be ridiculous. A sculpture? Really? I've gotten that 2 days in a row now. I mean, I've gone, I think the longest streak I ever had where I've gotten sculptures has been 8 days in a row. Just sculptures. I get it, it's the come and drop, but come on. $100,000 credits, if there's anyone that's watching this right now that thinks to herself she needs credits. Not that I'm talking to anybody in specific, Mrs. Viper. Okay, let's see here. Yep. Oh, jeez. I was gonna say, why is it not? Yeah. These are the two that I got yesterday and today. Oh, and that's one of my
Is your mod collection in order?
go-tos, huh?
I am not equipped to feel envy.
I'm sorry, am I reading that right? 8 million credits in 3 minutes of a profit taker run. Now, was this when there was quadruple credits dropping? And just the same, that still means you got 2 million credits in 3 minutes. Cap proc twice, plus various double credit boosters with the event. And the FG buff, gotcha. Yeah, Chroma is... Imagine if instead of Elemental Ward it was his Vex armor that was released. They would have buffed the shit out of it. Oh, look at that. Get ourselves an easy sculpture right here. Look, if there's only one server, why do you have me pick?
Operator, the system
Just
needs
put
you.
me in there.
Will you begin another mission?
Oh, that's right. Can't fast travel to her. God, I hate it when you get here and it's anybody have Ember Prime blueprint?
Hey,
Oh
came
my
to
god.
trade, or did you find some Iatan treasures you
I
wanted
just
from?
I just don't get it, man. I don't get why everyone comes here to test out their deodorant. It just still makes zero sense to me. And I've mentioned this in other streams, and here's... Oh, that's right, Halloween season. The free stuff is here. I'll go over that in a minute. These are the people that are trying to get the noobs that aren't part of a clan, like this guy right here. And they're just trying to rip them off, overprice the shit out of them. It's the only thing that makes
You're looking for
any
more
type of
lucky
sense.
For you? I've got a hot. That's the spirit. Let's go.
Notice, I think right now I have like 36 million credits. You'll get to a point in the game where you'll get credits and you don't even know what to do with them anymore. I mean, the big thing that you'll end up burning through them for is leveling up your primed mods. But beyond that, it's
go. Let's find some antiquities.
I really can't think of... Alright. So you definitely told me to come this way. I hate it when the game does this. That's what we need. Death orbs. Like, I don't understand what the game is trying to do with,
Unfortunately for you, it was also known for its deadly security apparatus.
like, okay, it's there. I need the directions to get there, game. I highly doubt I have to go underneath. This is a dead end. There isn't one there. You don't open. You're where I came from. You're a dead end. You're gonna be a dead end, but we're gonna blow up everything in here anyways. Hang on. Was there a way for me to go further? Gotta love it when the game does this. Now this is where I started off. I know for sure it's not going to be that way. They never have me go behind myself. And I want to make sure this isn't going somewhere. 20k? Notice when you and I play, we'll change that. I might also get Mrs. Viper to join in on the action because she needs credits. Alright, so clearly I need to come into this area. You're a dead end. Let's double check the doors down here. You're going to be another one of these rooms. You're a dead end. You're one. You're the only door I haven't tried going through. I feel like for every time, finally got the trigger right. Figure for every time something great comes out in the game, one thing needs to be screwed up.
This looks dangerous. For me. I mean, you're gonna be fine. Promise.
transference still holding.
If that day that cat proceeded 6 times at the same time, which is extremely unlikely but possible. Yeah, to buff your, yeah, that'd be ridiculous. But dude, that's still, hey man, you can't beat it when stuff like that happens. See, you gotta look at it this way. Notice I just ran that 31,000 credits. Now, this is something else to take in consideration. Technically, that should have been like 15 and change. I do have a credit booster on for another 41 days. What is this active sale? 25 day. Oh, that's gotta be the Halloween sale. Because they started a few days before October, and then they continue for a couple days afterwards. So, for everyone that's watching, let me show you all the goodies that we have. Right now, for a limited time, if you call in right now, we will double your order. So there is a... Oh, wait, they don't even have it here in the front. Normally they do. Normally it's under the featured. Well, here's the one thing. For 1 credit, you'll get access to the tone change. Yeah, notice, man, it's been a while since I really dove into doing a lot of the voices that I normally do. But trust me, man, when they fly fast, they fly high, and they dive bomb and rip off a mouse's head. So, if you come into the store, under featured, go to popular. Right now, for 1 credit, you can get the Halloween palette, which is going to be your greens, oranges, and reds, and all the colors in between those 3 colors. You will also get a
What are you thinking about?
Dullahan mask. But here's the thing. That mask, it's only during this time. But next Halloween, you can slap it back on. You're good to go. Also, for a limited time, they have Day of the Dead weapon skins. Here's the other thing. Again, now it's saying retire. Now, I know the mask disappears. You can't use that all year round. I would assume that for the skins, they would stick around. Because if you have to pay platinum for something and then you can only use it for a month out of the year, who the hell would use it? And I mean, like, I'm just... Now, you can get them individually, too. But, do they look cool? Sure. But, dude, I wouldn't waste the platinum on that. You know how hard I work for that platinum? Oh, and also... Did I just, 20% off. Do I have a coupon? It would be 20. I know I got 25% off, but I could have sworn I used it already. But yeah, this is all the limited time items here. These are all Halloween themed. Well, not all of them are Halloween themed. Although that is not a bad looking skin for Garuda. Is this the Shroud? Oh, the whole collection. That Shroud skin on Ash, love it. Absolutely love it. Need Xanax to stay focused on it. here's the thing, man. If you're gonna farm mods to sell for platinum, you'll make a little bit of platinum. I mean, but it's... Unless they're primed mods that you're able to grind ducats, so you can max out on primed mods and then sell them. But I mean, even that is a shaky trade because the other person needs 1,000,000 credits just to buy it from you, because of the trade tax. Am I right on that, Electro? Is it 1,000,000 credits for a prime mod? Not 1,000,000. 100,000. 100,000 credits to trade a primed mod. Not 1,000,000. Sorry. But that's the thing. Like, you know, they're still not going to make, for the amount of effort and time that you would have to put in for it, using mods specifically for it, it's kind of hard to run. I've grinded mods for trading with platinum, but I mean, I've also grinded mods just to have them as backup. Key thing, like if you were to go to the void, let's see here, nope. Well, do they no longer show... Do they no longer show Vor, Cosmic Vor? So, in certain missions in the Void, you'll run into Cosmic Vor. For a maxed out Prime mod, oh, that's why, because of the endo that you're putting into it, which is almost 2 million. It's 1.9 million, so yeah, that's right, it is 1 million for, I was right the first time. I thought maybe I just ramped it up, and I'm like, maybe it's 100,000. Yeah, it's 1,000,000 credits just to buy a primed mod that's maxed out. Otherwise, you have to spend 2 millions, or 2 millions, 2 million to max it out, plus 40,000 endo. But, I digress. Cosmic Vor drops a toxic 60/60 mods. So if you go against him, you could get Pistol Pestilence, you could get Virulent Scourge, all the 60/60 toxic mods will drop from him at random. Those, because a lot of people can't get their hands on them, don't know how to grind it, just can't get to that area. You know, you can go, like, there have been times where I've just sat in the trade chat, took off all, just like right now, took off all filters, and just sat and watched, and just waited for, like, something to pop up that it's just like, do I happen to have that piece? Do I happen to have that mod? Do I happen to have that set? Your best bet in this game, if you're really trying to make platinum, collect sets, get ribbons of weapons that are worth having, and just jump in there. But I mean, like, the best bet is to have Warframe and weapon sets. Prime Warframe, Prime weapon sets. Like this guy. He's got a Volt Prime, Rhino Prime, Saren Prime, Vauban Prime. He'll make probably, if he sells all of them, depending on the people he gets it from and the luck they're having, anywhere from 375 to 500, 600 platinum. Again, depending on that. Okay, this guy wants to buy Primed Chamber. Prime Chamber is a non-prime mod with the title Prime to it. This mod used to... There was only like 2 or 3 ways to get this mod, and they stopped. They stopped those events. The mod was no longer there. If you happen to have one, you were one of the extreme lucky few that had it. This mod people used to try and sell this for anywhere from 10 to 80,000 platinum. This was great for the Vectis. This was great for Eidolon hunts. 80,000 platinum for this, absolutely ridiculous. Granted, you could put this in the Lanka. You could fire your prime up shot so you can get the multiplier on your Lanka going. Reload right when the Eidolon shields are about to drop, and you can pop a joint. Reload, first shot, boom, one shot, hit the joint, done and over with. I don't understand. I mean, I get it because of the rarity of it, but they finally, Electro, what, in the last 3 months, 4 months, maybe beginning of the year, you're able to get prime to chamber from the trader. And that's huge. Like, it brought it back for everyone to get. Now, the people that were trying to... I doubt anyone spent 10,000 platinum on getting this mod. There are so many ways around that to make something one-shot. But just so you can see, like, Prime Fury, if you were to max this out, it will cost you 1.9 million credits, 40,000 endo. Oh, yeah, the TennoCon Relay had it, but now it's part of the trader's cycle, so I think prior to him coming, they already had this back in rotation, because I got it earlier this year, before the TennoCon Relay. Yeah, and still, here's the thing, 500 platinum for it is still outrageous. People are taking full advantage of the rarity of it. But it's such a specific... Oh, these hiccups. It's such a specific use mod. You're not going to use this during any other time than Eidolon hunts. You're going to use this, what? When you go against the floating head of Annoyance Voice? Yeah. When he's like the Swordy Assassination? I get it. But it's still... The only thing that's rarer than the mod is the times you'll actually use it. It's only for sniper rifles, so why? And that is a hot and spicy the Prime, who's also leaving little flames behind. Duke, you bored, buddy? Let me give you a pet, because chances are you probably need a little bit of loving. And that's probably all you needed, too. Yep. Spicy! Alright, let's see here. A defense against the infested. Wukong getting some strength. Electra, let me ask you something. If I bring Cora, when someone's in her strangle dome and the arbitration drone goes by them, does the arbitration drone take them off the strangle dome? Or is it like when Limbo casts Cataclysm, in which that if they're already in the... Well, they're also in a different plane of reality. That's true. It takes a bit of setting up. A couple of days, a few days. Or just spend the platinum, get them yourself, and then replenishing them, reconverting them, and then constantly just replenish and selling. who's this assassination for? Really? That's always a fun combo. Not a fan of doing him solo, unless I'm gonna bring Nova, and that's just a pain. I am debating about the Strangledome here, but lost what I said about Korra. Alright, so in an arbitration, if an enemy is in the Strangledome, and then one of the Arbiter drones comes by, will the Arbiter drone attach to the enemy and take him off the Strangledome? I know with Limbo that when I cast Cataclysm, if the enemy's already in the Cataclysm, that the drone won't attach to them, but that's also because they're technically in a different plane of reality, and my Cataclysm doesn't affect the drone, so therefore the drone can come in, not be affected by it, but it can't touch the enemies. Curious if that works with Strangledome. No idea. Well, shit, man, we're about to find out. Let's see, I'm pretty sure that was the Ignis I just saw, and it is. I didn't even pay attention to see where this defense is going to be. Please don't be on Earth. I don't remember looking. Oh, thank you.
Fight this arbitration as any mortal creature would. There are no second chances.
Really? Come on,
Our
Cora.
position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
Oh, I hate it when it's a person.
Move and strike. We have to win this.
Alright. Perfect opportunity. These guys are caught. He's going to come up. He's staying back. Not even trying to come close to the enemies. Interesting. And now that my dome is gone, he's trying to... I'm gonna have to remember that. Alright. So we're not going to bomb these guys. No, but he will take them off a snare. So he won't stop them from Strangledome, will stop them from Snare. Is it always a person? I feel like it hasn't been. I do like that it will still, yeah, takes them off the Strangledome. Oh, are you... And, because they're protected, it won't build up my Whip Claw. So that's going to be a problem. This build rests on building up Whip Claw. Yeah. Nope. This would be such a foolish thing to bring Korra on in the future. We'll finish this out and end it.
Fight on. This test has only just begun.
Yeah.
We're done here. The extraction team will take over from here. Time to evacuate.
You haven't mentioned it to me. I've gone... I mean, just using Anaros and just meleeing the shit out of enemies, I've gone 2.5 hours, 3 hours into an arbitration. You know what I wish they would also give you? Amber Stars. Let's see here. I do know that I have 2 sculptures that need it, and one of them will trigger the Night Wave. And I believe that just brought me over the mark. Yep. Oh, twice over.
Nora sleeps better knowing her dreamers are out there, working to lift us up.
Spy missions. Kill enemies with a secondary weapon? Jeez. Alright, well, let's get the spy
check
ones out of the
what's
way, because
next.
that's a joke. Hey, there's our spy mission. Well, I got 2 of those, get them out of the way. Oh, interesting.
Tenno, you are here to infiltrate data vaults and retrieve highly sensitive enemy information.
Ballistics and archaic weapons. Crude and dangerous. Just like a grenade.
Notice. Just a heads up, careful with the caps. Nightbot might silence you.
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, we will start destroying data. Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
But I totally understand the excitement for payday, dude.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now and start destroying the data. Keep going. Nobody knows you're here.
Come on.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no arms.
Dude, that's hilarious. I gotta remember that. Because if anything, that's gotta be just fun to watch. No, it's bad. I can smell a sculpture on this map. Like, I just know it's here.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Oh, jumped too soon on the first one. Oh, the Goose Drag 3!
Extracted. They won't even know it's gone. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction. Get away now. Not much better would be for you. Tenno, listen carefully. We're affected by work the mission. Get to extraction as fast as you can.
Ain't gonna abort shit.
Wants to play with these words. Unacceptable!
No, what's unacceptable is what just happened there.
Strike
the sigil?
3 have been eliminated. Impressive. But Tenno, next time, follow my orders.
Hey, Lotus, why chillax a little bit and let me do what I know how to do. Like, I got this shit.
In your neighborhood.
Don't you be barking orders at me like you know something.
There's less than nothing left of who they once were.
The mission was scrapped, but everyone made it out. That is what
Yeah, I
matters.
know, the Goose Drag 3, man. I gotta go to the store and jump in the market, see if I can find some boots to put Loki in so he can shake them. No, the Goose Drag 3. What am I gonna do? 2 pieces of the brack. Because, you know, why not? Baltic Edge, that's our Heat 6060 mods for melee weapon. Natural talent, not bad. Increased casting speed, split chamber for multi-shot for rifle. Ooh, fancy. Who else am I currently marked for? I gotta be marked for death for everybody. Gusek 3 is no longer there. Stalker and Zanuka. Stalker, I'm marked for you so many times, I don't even know how you're not popping up in the orbiter at this point. Let's see here. I'm seeing Zanuka. I'm actually curious. What do the invasions have going on today? Nope. No Forma, no Reactor, Catalyst, or Exilus. Let's see. So that was the second one?
It's
Yep.
ta-ta, lovelies.
Let's do it again! In the back of my mind, I always think to myself, man, they need to make the Stalker, like, harder to beat. And then I'm thinking, the first time I went against him, and it's just like, man, this guy's a son of a bitch. No, yeah, dude, it's such a pain in the ass.
Tenno, I need you to get inside enemy data vaults and retrieve crucial intelligence data.
Almost looked like it had... Oh, hi there, Gallium. Ah, didn't want to grab onto that, wanted to glide over it.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data. Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures. Excellent work. A clean extraction with arms. Keep moving. Scanners have detected you.
Oh, come on.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Really? You wouldn't let me get in there?
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone.
I already came through that door and I still gave it that nudge.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
Words coming in of so many of you being your best selves. Nora
No worries,
is
Lesher.
beside
Catch you in a bit,
herself
buddy.
with admiration.
Metal auger. Pure punch through. But that's only 2. I hacked 3. It must have been credits. I think they add credits right into it. Let's see here.
Now, just in case some of you ain't doing all this out of the kindness of your hearts.
Secondary kills. Fish, scans, rare gems, exploiter.
You know it.
Oh, actually, while I'm in there. What do I have? 75 creds? I don't even think that's enough for... Oh, yeah. Oh, we're definitely getting Kuba. And let's see here. We're going to start focusing on you. This guy has a toxic
I'm
Ortis.
alive! Alive! Oh, Tenno! Mine! Said there's a dump, but it's my dump.
Abdul, what's up, buddy? I saw your invite before. I wasn't even fully loaded in. and when I loaded in, yours popped up, but I always turn them off for streams.
Operator, are you enjoying the view?
How's your day going, buddy? Well, actually, it should be your evening now.
A lone Tenno operative is raiding this ship for supplies. You are here to distract the enemy. Trigger the alarm. Life support has been cut off. They're trying to choke you out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support. Life support on the way.
Oh, and we got a maniac coming.
I delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
You guys are spawning out of this dead end? Oh, it's the maniac.
Life support incoming.
Get Clem!
Additional life support has arrived.
No worries, buddy. I'll read everything that you're saying in a second. Trying to make the most of this mission here. Trying to get everything going for my glitch here. Come on, I got enough time for
Capsule
one
is
more.
now available.
Come on, give me one more lich.
When you are ready, go to extraction.
That is not what I wanted to do. He might be hiding due to a map opening. Come on, you're not going to give me one more lich. Guess not.
I've delivered a life support capsule.
Alright, let's see here.
I think I have something of yours.
Mention about your cousin. Alright, no big deal. Just have some pasta and some chicken wings. Parents special anyways. Viper, have you seen Protea? It's a Warframe anime produced by a YouTuber called... I didn't realize that someone made an anime. I mean, there's a few animations of Warframe. There's a few like movie shorts and whatnot. I know they're out there. I guess it's a new one called Protea. Do me a favor. Drop a link in my Discord. Shoot me a message. Let me check it out, and I'll post it in the Discord. Ah, it's twice in a row I didn't put a Distinguished Dragon key on. Yeah, well. I can keep shield gating and everything going live just fine on this.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marines stationed here. Leave no one standing.
Ballistics and archaic weapons. Crude and dangerous. Just like the Grenier.
Yeetus?
Keep moving. None of the scanners detected you.
Oh, that was bad.
You have broken their ranks and they are on
Yeah,
the run.
Abdul.
Successful mission. Find
Man,
extraction.
I'm in the middle of the mission. You gotta give me a second. I can't respond every time you say something, man. That should
We
bunch
fought
everybody
with
up for
honor.
me. No worries, buddy. Just keep that in mind, that's all. So I always laugh when I say it. It's just like, man, you see what I'm doing. I'll definitely look into that. Spider-Man, if I find out one of my subscribers came in here and didn't hit that like button, man, I'm leaving a viper in your bed. Just a little one, just to remind you. Remind you that there's always a viper to slithering around. You're gonna be interception. I really don't feel like running that. Rescue. I'll have to switch up. Sabotage. I don't mind doing real quick. Actually, let's change it up off of core. Let's light everybody on fire this time. Equinox, Naros, Avara, Burson, Mesa, Wukong, Ember. It's a fair amount of primes, man. Man, if you're scared of snakes, I don't know what you're doing in here.
I need you to sabotage this ship's reactor. The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area. I'm unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the address.
And that triggered our energize. Let's drop that so we're not burning through our energy too quick.
Eyes open. There's glass resonance in your neighborhood.
Of course there are.
There's less than nothing left of who they once were.
Really? Really? They have that curve, so if you land on it on the wrong side, you just get stuck in that curve. Oh. That was the opposite of what we needed.
There's gotta be a way to take these things down.
Downside of falling in there, it turns off your abilities. Yeah, eat shit, Bombard. A pair of yous.
A coolant cell has been extracted.
Won't let that meter build up just yet.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never
Damn.
runs again.
We have a couple of storms that are going around here that have actually been lowering a lot of stuff. Reception here isn't all that great either. I mean, Wi-Fi is fine, but
Fuel cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown.
okay, let's do that again, shall we?
Destroy the fuel injectors. A blast door has blocked your evacuation route. Find a way to open it.
I will. Oh, where are you? Of course. And it wouldn't even let me fire it at first. That's not what I wanted. Sounds like I unlocked a murmur. And don't need you eating up my energy. Let's do this right, shall we? I already stripped you of your armor. Kiss your armor goodbye.
Operating in my sector, friend. Time to pay the idiot tax.
The idiot tax. You clean up like a son of a bitch here in the States. Alright, so one of them got known at least, so let's take a peek if it's one of the three I just happen to randomly throw on. Actually, I think these are the three that are still from the last Lich.
Your little lich is coming up in the world, Tenno.
Yep, had a feeling. And, oh, it is
It's
one of...
overrated.
This Lich probably has the best personality of all the Liches I've had to go against. Alright, so we'll see if you're the first one. Rotate. Aside from that, I do want to see
Nice
one thing here.
helmet. I'll use it to serve dip.
Come on, a little faster, a little faster.
I've been thinking, Operator. I thought you'd want to know.
Okay. Do. Time to bring the poison.
Our position has been compromised. Defend the cargo until reinforcements arrive.
If we can avoid alerting them, this might be easier.
Avoid alerting them. We're starting a defense mission.
For the Lotus.
It's the little things that shows how good some of their developers are. He's underneath. You came up for one round and that's it.
Found you!
Oh.
In my armor! This thing's airtight! Ow! You can't kill me if you keep hitting me in the bits I've had replaced.
Nope. So that's the wrong one.
Yoink! What was yours is now mine. Bye-bye!
I had the wrong build on Saren. Still got the job done, but the build that I had on Saren is the one that I was toying around. Baby, I think you might remember this. The one I was toying around with, really ramping up condition overload. Okay, so we know you're not in the first spot.
We're one step closer to meeting face to face. I'm so excited. Friend. We keep meeting like this.
Man, that wind is still ramping up.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood. Safe and sound.
I actually want to mess around with this again, just really quick. Alright, so. Let me refresh that real quick. Actually, before I even do that, are you the proper build? No, you're not even the build I thought you were. Gonna need a little bit of work, but you guys are too easy. Oh, let me refresh you again. Oh, YouTube, you're acting so shady. What if I do this? Yep, nope, still odd. So, corrosive damage for myself. Toxic lash. The one thing I'm curious about is what is causing the gas proc? Unless... No. You're just straight viral. You're triggering corrosive, and the other one's triggering toxic. Oh, that's not the symbol for gas, that's the symbol for toxic. That's what's hitting them. Not gonna make it in time. Not that it really matters. No, that is a symbol for gas. I thought toxic last was only supposed to trigger toxic. Unless it's... What, toxic and gas have the same fucking symbol? It does. Toxin and gas trigger the same symbol. Weird. No other matching has that. Alright, before I do anything else, because you're just something I'm toying around with, let's put your real build on. And also, because, yeah, nope. I really don't know why you're on this build. Oh, because of the old setup. Now I use this for Inaros, which means technically this one should be changed. That makes more sense. I've never accidentally left the simulacrum, so I don't understand why it double checks like that. Are you really sure you want to leave? Oh, I think I still have the convectus on.
art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend. Terminal hacked. Keep moving. Access to a terminal. Find one and patch me in. Heads up. A Grineer assault team is headed your way. Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Where's my primary? Shit, shit, shit. Yep. Silly me. I was trying to knock that out so I could see my mini-map, not thinking there's a steel path, and they'll rip through the damn mobile defense. That's on me for not paying attention. So we're gonna go old school on this one. Mobile defense against someone that's not the Corpus or the Orokin. Limbo. He's the Rompo Peel Warframe. Just set it and forget it.
heroes deserve your respect. Honor them with quick deaths, and I with your victory.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. We have got to find a terminal. Proceed and prepare. In, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was gonna say, if I'm stuck in that...
Still working on it. Continue to defend. I'm detecting a large security force heading your way. It's the Grineer.
Oh, that's the second time today, baby, that it almost happened. The first time I was in there for a minute, and I'm like, alright, what did I do to get in here? And I did the reverse of it, and I lucked out, and I was good to go, but...
Here is a terminal. Get me in, and get ready to defend. I'm in. This will take a moment.
Of course, you keep a leech Eximus right there. Somewhere in there is... Jesus.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Oh, that was a little close. Yeah, it's... Let's see, where are you? There you are. Oh, you're free because of, my abilities don't affect you.
Terminal hacked. Keep moving.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
Oh, jeez.
broken. Now get to extraction.
Then why do I still have the data mass? That's the first time I've seen it where the data mass is still there. It forces me to kill everybody. I'm not going to argue.
It is done, Tenno.
Very interesting chain of events. Alright. Sabotage to get a photo. So I know with that, all I have to do is just kill the person. Because everything else is already taken care of. We're at the spy mission.
Operator, I've run diagnostic regressions. All systems nominal.
No
You don't
stress
need
on
to
that
think.
for the steel path. I need to figure out what I'm going to eat tonight. I'm hungry.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
It just dawned on me that new mouse that I ordered was still charging and plugged in. Said it only had to be plugged in for 3 hours, so it's been about 4.5. Okay.
Tenno, be on the lookout for increased security measures.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than I wanted to take.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. You're still in the clear. No detection from enemy sensors.
Come on.
You're nearing the console. Trigger the alarm now, and they will start destroying the data.
Shit.
Alarms. Data destruction is imminent. You need to...
Man, I haven't hit one of those and I couldn't tell you how long.
Data integrity verified. Retrieval was successful.
Shit. Guy slowed the hell out of me. Damn Arctic.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data. Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms. We have everything we came
Nope,
for.
wrong one.
Get to extraction.
And you're just not wanting me to get the fuck out. There's no reason for me to kill them. I just felt like it. Sorry, baby.
They fought well. Good deaths, all.
Two parries and a M6 Lith relic. I mean, can never have too many parries. I'm pretty sure it's a mod I've never used. Sabotage.
rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them a warrior's death.
Your target is this location's computer system. Find and access the terminals. Your target is the reactor. The reactor will have tight security. Watch out for enemy patrols. That's the reactor. Expose its core and destroy it. That's it. Now get out of here.
Front.
What you have learned here.
Why are they shooting me right now?
Well,
Grenier galleons kicking up dust all the way from Deimos to Pluto.
A steel path capsule. Should prove very interesting.
the art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
You found a target. Capture them quickly before they escape. We cannot let our target know. Track them down quickly. Mission complete. The captive has been escorted to the extraction point. Well done.
Getting condition overload to proc like that? Ridiculous.
So we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
Steel Path Arcwing is not something I'm ready for just yet. Although, I'm just noticing that while these are all such high levels... Notice, what's up, buddy? Arcwing got limited to 5863, and I think that's just because of how limited the Arcwings are. That's better to know. I was going to say, if I had to straight up go against them, that ain't going to happen. Let's see here. We'll go here, open up the Phobos Junction. Hey, Bet, remind me after this mission to bring up my Anaros build for you. Are you on right now, baby?
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. My intel suggests there are enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the
I'm gonna send you the builds in a message. That way at least you can screenshot it. I thought I saw somebody straight in front of me. You know, I always fly through these so fast, not remembering that they do...
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again.
They do have booby traps, I always
Coolant
forget
cell
about.
extracted. Fuel cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors.
Yeah, let's get rid of everyone that's in the area, shall we?
The reactor has gone critical. Get to extraction immediately.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to happen.
Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing reduced gravity and magnetic anomalies.
Yes, it is. I want to charge up my energy the best I can. And of course, there was some type of... Alright, great. Okay, those anomalies trigger magnetic damage. Just went through another one. I'm not going to waste my time. Woo!
And so we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
So when I'm invisible, the only thing that can pick me up are the orange sensors. So if I were to do a spy mission and trigger those security bars that are waving back and forth, orange and the green ones, sorry, the cameras won't see me, but any one of the other sensors that would trigger the alarm would. Now, Avara has a augment for her invisibility, which she can pass through those sensors undetected. Alright, so I'm going to do this real quick. We're going to hop off the steel path. We're going to back that up. Hit the strata. Not that it really matters if I'm a steel path or not, but just for mental sake. Okay, so let's do this. Alright, Beb. This is the loadout that I use. Nope, don't want to invite. Okay. This is the standard build that I use for Anaros, baby. Gets the job done just fine. Arcane Strike, the only one, if you want to change that for Barrier, I get it. But with how that I use him strictly for just smashing the hell out of people, having Arcane Strike on, which is anytime you hit them, it doesn't matter with what you hit them. You could be firing pistols, your rifle, doesn't matter. Anything that hits will increase your melee speed. 15% chance, 60% increase. Grace is anytime your health is damaged, there's a 9% chance to get 6% of your overall health given back to you over 9 seconds. And then I'm doing this more for notice that's in the stream right now, just so you get an idea. It's not Barrier. Guardian. I said Barrier before. Guardian is anytime you are damaged, you'll get 900 armor for 20 seconds. Now, here's the thing. Using Guardian and Grace, it's a rarity that you're going to die. Like, you would have to be going against level, like, 500 plus, like Corpus or Grenier, to really have to start worrying about that. Notice, I was just going over Arcanes in my Anaros build here. The main reason why I was explaining the details of it, Mrs. Viper's already aware of it, but I thought since you were still in here, I just touch upon them briefly. Um, but yeah, this is what I use with Anaros. Now here's the other thing, baby. If you're gonna use Anaros on that build, you're gonna have to use the Cronin Prime with this build. Now I could put one more Forma in here so I can get a maxed out True Steel. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could put Sacrificial Steel in here and really ramp it up, but that would require 2 more Formas, for sure, and a possible Umbral Forma. I don't think anything else. Yeah, so if I Forma the 2 of you, that'll give me 6 to play with. 6 on top of the 8. Bring that up to 14. Still wouldn't be enough. I would have to Forma that, or Umbral Forma here to put pressure in. Alright, so notice arcanes are something that you get from very specific things in the game. So for the most part, you get them during an Eidolon hunt. Now, each one of the open worlds will have a market spot that you have to go into as just your operator, which I'm sure you're not sure of what that is yet either, but without giving you too many spoilers, there's something in the game called an operator that you'll be able to get your hands on, which is technically the person controlling the Warframe. These arcanes are conditional triggers that you can have for your Warframe. So, Anaros, who has 0 shields, but a massive health pool. I believe this is just a carbon copy of that, so I'm actually going to strip. So when you first start out with Anaros, when he's maxed up, his vitality on its own is 2300. Because it's so high, and mainly because he has no shields, you build him as a tank, and he is one hell of a tank. Up until shield gating, he was the tankiest Warframe in the game. Now, because there is the likelihood of him being one-shot when the conditions are right, and you have enemies that are level, 5, 6, 700 shooting at you, he wouldn't be the ideal person to bring. But you build him based off of the fact of I don't use his abilities. I don't put flow or prime flow in him to increase his hey man, welcome to the real world, kiddo. As I get a van with no windows. Who wants ice cream? Damn, now I want ice cream. Anyways, you build him based off of his vitality, based off of his strengths and or weaknesses. You want to bump him up. So, to help bump up his vitality, I use Umbral Vitality. And this is a form of vitality. This is a form of steel fiber that you'll get when you do the mission to unlock Excalibur Umbra. These mods will be given to you half ranked. There is a third one, Intensify, which when they're all together bumps up their stats. So Umbral Vitality is normal 440%. Because the 2 of them are together, it's 550. And if I were to have all 3 of them, it would be 770. Now, I have no reason to use Umbral Intensify, so I don't bother with it. But getting that 550% health is huge. On top of that, I do use Gladiator Resolve for another 180% health. Why not? Gladiator Aegis, which will give me extra armor. Prime Vigor, even though it has a stat for shield capacity, it's the 220% health we're after. Now, this percentage is only based off of that 2300. It's not the 2300, and then you add in, the 550% health. And then that new number is the number that this 220 is percentage based off of. Anytime something increases a stat in this game by a percent, that percent is based off of the base status, an unmodded status, whether it's critical status chance, critical chance, vitality, shields, armor. It's all based off of the base number. Like, it's 2300, right? Echo. Oh, hang on a second. I am... Echo, stop. Hang on a second, guys. I'm getting a call from the folks. Alright, nothing of importance. Echo, what is 550% of 2300?
550% of 2,300 is 12,650.
Yep, and that's what I thought. The math doesn't look right. Why is my health capped? If I take that off... See, the 2300 itself seems high. That's great. Part of me wants to say something to make your Echo do something, but I know that it's going to trigger mine as well, so I won't. That 2300 can't be right. The math is wrong. Umbral Vitality should bump this up by 12,000%. I'll use Siri instead. Hey Siri, what's 550% of 2300?
550% times 2,300 is
12,650.
12,650.
Plus the 2300 is 14,900 because it's added to it. Stats are wrong. As I'm staring at this and looking at my health at 8,400, I know that's wrong. Now here's the other thing. The physique isn't triggering in the simulacrum. Alright, hang on. Just because not everything I wanted to do and say I can do from the ship, I know the simulacrum has its glitches, but if this is actually something that's wrong, I'm going to be reaching out to Rockstar. Yeah, I'm going to be reaching out to Rebecca and DE immediately to give them a heads up of, dude, like, you guys need to take a peek at this because the math is severely wrong. Okay, so 7,700, because it's not including physique and coaction drift bouncing off of it. Still 2,300 though. The math is wrong. The math is way wrong. Alright. Viper is making a list real quick. So, 12,600. Hey Siri, what's 180% of 2,300?
180% times 2,300 is 4,140.
Operator, the system needs you.
Hey Siri, what's
Will you begin another mission?
220% of 2,300?
220% times 2,300 is 5,060.
And there's nothing else adding health right now except for physique, which is a 90% increase. Plus the 15% off of that, which is 105. Echo, what's 100... No, Echo, stop. Hey Siri, what's 105% of 2,300? Jesus. Hey Siri, what's 105% of 2,300?
105% times 2,300 is 2,415.
Okay. Hey Siri, what's 12,640 plus 4,140 plus 5,060 plus 23... You're not even listening. Jesus, whore. Hey Siri, what's 12,000... Oh, you want me to unlock you? Oh, that's why. You locked back up. Okay. Hey Siri, what's 12,640 plus 4,140 plus 5,060 plus 2,415 plus 2,300?
12,640 plus
Alright, it's...
4,140 plus 5,060
Oh, she's
plus
repeating the whole thing.
2,400.
It's 26,555. Yeah, notice that the technology is a pain in the ass sometimes. So my health should be 26,555, including physique. So instead of the 8,400, that's frustrating. Come to think of it, what's the armor normally? 225? Hey Siri, what's 137.5% of 225?
137.5% times 225 is 309.375.
So that would be 545. So the armor percentage is right. 635. The vitality, though. But I mean, baby, here's the thing. If there was a cap on it, Umbral Vitality would max it out. It would be a round number. And then there would be nothing going on with Vigor or Resolve. It wouldn't even go up. The same thing with Physique. I need to do a little bit of research, and then I'm going to call... I'm going to try and reach out to Rebecca. I'm actually curious to see if Rebecca is on right now.
Well put together, operator. Now get out there and...
Cut down the...
and make the Lotus proud.
She is. Crap, let's try that again. So we'll see if Rebecca hits me back. If not, I'll send her an email so her and I can hook up and talk. Can you buy Forma blueprints? You can't buy Forma blueprints. You can only buy Forma. And I want to say it's 20 platinum for Forma. Yep, 20 platinum for Forma. Or 35 for 3 if you get the bundle here, which honestly is far more worth it. It's what I typically do. I just recently bought 7 packs of it. That's why I got exactly 21, because I know I'm going to be doing some more Forma soon. This is Aura Forma. You put that in your Aura slot. You can put any Aura you want in that slot. The only other way to get Forma is cracking relics and getting the blueprints. Notice your name is Danielle. Let's see here. Who's got... Well, I can just do this. So any one of these will drop a Forma blueprint. So you'd go to a void fissure, you'd run through it. You know, I always suggest going with a group of people because you never know if you might get something better. But if you're specifically going for Forma, run it solo, run easy ones, do them as many times as you can over and over again. And, oh, okay. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you were a guy? And, I mean, I used to know a guy named Danielle. It's just French for Daniel, but the way it's actually pronounced is Danielle. But hey, man, teach their own. Knew a guy named Shannon, and a guy named Laurie, an old Scottish name, Laurie. Anyways, any one of these relics will drop a Forma blueprint if you crack it open, and that happens to be what comes out of it. Any relic, you have a chance of any one of these 6 items. The top 3 are the common drops, hence the bronze. These bottom 2 over here are the uncommon drops, hence the silver. And this is the rare drop, hence the gold. How far the bar is opened is the likelihood of that dropping. As you upgrade your relic, you increase the chance of it. What if you're not a guy? Well, then you're not a guy. I tend to assume that most people are. Have yet to see a female name have the word notice or just Sparky. Haven't met too many girls with the nickname Sparky. Good mission to run for mods. See, notice you say that, a good mission to run for mods, and that's the thing. Every mod, they don't have a chance of dropping on any mission. Every mission will specifically drop a certain set of mods. Certain missions, there are the mods that'll fall anywhere. Vitality would fall anywhere from anybody. Redirection, all the common mods will drop from basically anywhere. But the ones that are worth anything are the ones that are worth having. Very specific. We're talking about Intensify, we're talking about continuity, flow, stretch, all the ones that will... Oh, and that's one thing I forgot. And just because you probably won't, this will be the next best thing. The build for the Cronin. I mean, let me bring out someone that's not so dolled up. Yeah, that's troubling, man. Like, that bothers me for the fact of he's intentionally trying to misdirect people. Like, probably younger dudes to think that he's a chick, and then they start up a conversation with him, and it's just like, yep, creepy. So, streamline. Ability efficiency. Your abilities will cost less to cast them. This is a rare drop. You know, you're gonna want to get your hands on it in the, I don't want to say the near future, but at some point. Intensify, pure ability strength. The basics will raise it by 30%. Intensify. Let's see, where's the next one here? Flow. Flow is actually, it's not for ability strength, but your ability pool, your energy pool. So you get 150% on that. Continuity, 30% ability duration. And then the first one you'll get for ability range, there's that stretch. Oh, it's already on there, stretch. 45% ability range. This is the same build that I've had on Ember for I couldn't tell you how long. It's the same build I used before they changed her 4th ability and gave her the rework, and it still works phenomenally. Now, am I going to take her on endgame shit? No, but took her through Steel Path, took her through the Sortie, and she holds up just fine. Did the hunt for the Lich, and she's incredible. She's tankier now, her crowd control's better, her ramping up her ability strength. That's what I was explaining to you before. The Arcanes. They are conditional triggers to either improve your Warframe or to improve your weapons. So Arcane Energize I run on quite a few of my Warframes. It is a legendary Arcane, so it is very hard to come by. But when it's fully ranked out, when I pick up energy, it's a 60% chance to replenish the energy of nearby allies. But it also triggers a harder energy pool for me. So if I pick up 25 energy, I actually get 100. If I pick up 50 energy, I actually get 200. And it also triggers energy gain over time. So it's you get that big pop of energy, and then you're also slowly gaining an additional 25 energy. So whatever the energy was, you get that over time, but you get the bonus immediately. The other one that I run is Arcane Acceleration. On any critical hit, I have a 30% chance for 90% fire rate to my primary weapons. So, on any critical hit, if I have a critical hit with my pistols, if I have a critical hit with my melee weapon, it will trigger this to proc. But you're going to be firing your primary weapon anyways, have that triggered. So you want a weapon that has a decent amount of crits to it to increase its fire rate. Typically I run that along with, if I can find it, that's Fury, you should be, nope, Precision, Rage. On a headshot, 15% chance for 180% damage to primary weapons for 24 seconds. And during that 24 seconds, if that 15% chance pops again, it refreshes the 24 seconds to keep it going continuously. Now, 15% chance doesn't sound a lot, especially on a headshot, but when you use a weapon like I do, which is the Ignis Wraith, there is an Ignis, I use the Wraith version of it. It's a flamethrower, technically a beam weapon, but it also goes out like a funnel. Starts narrow, spreads out a little bit. Well, when it spreads out like that, it increases the likelihood of you being able to get those headshots. Like, it just completely encompasses the enemy. So triggering the headshots with this is incredibly high. It's... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I mean, I'm trying to think of other arcanes that I run with my Warframes. Like, if I peek out of here... Oh, okay, perfect example. Gunslinger. This is my Gunslinger girl, Mesa Prime. On Mesa, I do run Arcane Energize. But instead of the other one, I run Arcane Velocity. On a critical hit, 90% chance, so it's gonna proc, for 120% fire rate to pistols. The reason why this is on Mesa is because her fourth ability is an exalted weapon, the Regulator Prime. These, for any other purpose, when you're looking at Mesa, are attached to her forearm, looking back. When you trigger them, they come forward, and her thumb, if you look at it, is the hammer for those pistols. I'm going to hold that still for a second. Exalted Weapons gets their own loadout. You can mod them individually. This one I have set up for a viral build. The corrosive build is the one that I use the most, but having Prime Target Cracker and Prime Pistol Gambit, really ramping up my critical chance and damage, I have a 71% chance of critical hits. So, of that 71%, 91% of them, or 90% of them, have a chance of triggering Arcane Velocity, increasing the fire rate by 120% for pistols, including her pistols. Now, the fire rate is already pretty high for the pistols. As the ability progresses, it will shrink down. I'll go to Simulacrum and show this ability to you because it's actually pretty fun to watch. The critical multiplier is such a beautiful weapon. But here's the other thing you have to remember. Multi-shot. Multi-shot in this game is, if I have a rifle and I pull the trigger, a bullet comes out. When you have your multi-shot at 2, when you pull the trigger, 2 bullets will come out for the price of 1. So if you have 1 bullet left in the chamber and you have a 2 multi-shot, when you pull that last bullet out, 2 bullets will come out. Now my multi-shot's 2.8. So for every bullet that her regulators shoot, 2 bullets will definitely come out with an 80% chance of a 3rd bullet coming out. Each one of those 3 bullets, when they come out, get their own 71.8% chance to trigger a critical hit. And each one of those will do 8.1 damage. And of that 71%, when it hits, I have a 91% chance, or 90% chance of hitting Arcane Velocity and getting 120% fire rate. This is the beginning in the game for most people of the synergy of the weapons. The synergy between the mods, the arcanes, their abilities, paying attention to what drives the Warframes. Between her and Titania, they both have very similar loadouts. So their pistols are the best ones in the game, hands down. Granted, they're triggered from an ability. I would say Titania's pistols are much faster, but Mesa's auto-aim. You don't even have to aim. You just have to have your screen focused on an enemy, and that's it. So, I'm going to run this on level 150 Noxes. Once these pistols are ramped up, these Noxes are going to appear. Now I'll do it with corrosive first. Viral's even faster. And I'll do it without using any ability buffs. Trigger your 4th ability. There's a circle around the screen right now. The enemy has to be within that circle for them to be auto-locked and hit. The hits are only in the torso. As the ability goes on, that circle will shrink. That's also because of the speed. So those are level 150 Noxes that I'm just ripping apart with torso shots. You can see Arcane Accelerate is 120% in the top. You can see for the number of critical hits, it is staying on. And I can always re-trigger it. I can trigger that with any critical hit. But you're going to want it in with her regulators. Now these are the toughest guys in the game, quote-unquote. Oh, the impact pushed them right off the map. Now that is without using a power-up buff. That is without... using Viral, which we're going to use right now, which is only going to make it quicker. Viral will... while Corrosive gets you a bonus in damage, Viral cuts their life down in a major way. So if I do that, if I trigger Roar for an extra 81% damage, and now focus in on these guys, I'm trying to find a way that I mean, I couldn't even zoom in on their life fast enough for you to really see their life go down. Now, those guys will be too close. Now, there is one other person in this game that can give her a run for the money, and that's Titania. Titania is definitely a fun one. With her, I run Aerodynamic and Aviator, which will reduce my damage when I'm airborne, which I'm going to definitely need. So I'm getting 64% damage reduction just for being in the air, as well as her natural ability to have half the shots miss her entirely. But it's her Augment mod here. So when I shrink down, use my fourth ability, my flight speed will increase by 25%, and my fire rate will increase by 25% for 8 seconds when using ability, and it stacks up to 4 times. Now, that 25% is based off of ability strength. So you can see on the bottom, the duration will be 18 seconds. It'll stack up to 4 times. Speed, which is 54 seconds, and fire rate, 54 seconds, which will stack up 4 times. So 54, 54, 54, 54, 218% fire rate, 218% speed, and the duration, if we're going by 20 seconds, is just under 80 seconds. She also has Arcane Velocity on. So I will trigger her Velocity. The math actually comes down to, oh, I forgot how fast she is. Makes it 217%, but if we focus on these Noxes, the bullets are coming out so fast that if I do headshots like that, they are dropping. These are the same Noxes that we were shooting at before. Now, if I were to just shoot them in the breadbasket, like, there's no build up to it or anything. It's just pure, just damage right off the bat. Arcane Velocity kicks in, fire rate goes up, you have an infinite number of shots, just like any other one. Titania is great for flying around the plains of Eidolon, because it's open world, but also her speed when this ability is on. Now, the ability is about to run out. I cast it again, I got my another 18 seconds. So we'll max it back out, and we keep going. And you just repeat this process, but the fire rate when Arcane Acceleration kicks in, or Arcane Velocity, dude, these pistols just regurgitate bullets. The build form is just the same, really. There really is no difference. Multi-shot actually turns out to be the same. The critical multiplier is a little bit different. Now, this does have a higher status chance, but here's the thing. At 28% of all the bullets that are coming out with how she fires, you're going to proc all the crit shots you're going to ever want. It still triggers the ability, it still gets the job done, as you can see. That fire rate, once you trigger precision, you can see all the yellow shots. Now, could there be more? Yeah, of course. It's still 28%. But for the number of bullets that are coming out, I mean, these guys are not really lasting. I mean, the great thing is, you can lay in those shots, they're just going to bleed out anyways. Because you're getting slash and viral to proc. But if you're out in the plains, and you bring this Titania build out there while everyone is doing what they need to do, I use her for when I'm out in the plains or when I'm in Fortuna, and I literally make sure no ships ever come within range to drop off any enemies. Like, I put the corrosive build on. Actually, I think with her I run radiation specifically because of the bonus damage I get for the armor that's on those ships. Yeah, I run that radiation build. But just the same, for, you know, these are 150 heavy, you know, that fucking Noxes. Out there on the plains, it's not the, I told me before, but I kind of forgot. Oh, yep. I'll show you right now, actually. Oh, let me get Titania off at least, so I don't keep her. So we'll leave, but we're going to go sort of relay. And this will probably be the last thing that I do just because it's 5:30. I need to get some food in me. So, the room that we're in now, if it stops acting all glitchy, it's just for the number of people that are in here. If you ever come to any one of the relays, fast travel, and come to Cephalon Samaris, it brings you to this room. You will have to go up and standing with him, and if I can get to the right spot where I trigger him to talk.
Knowledge must be earned, Tenno.
Why can't I talk to you anymore? Oh, I just completed all your stuff. Am I not allowed to talk to you anymore?
You are a true hunter.
Oh, there we go.
Where would the sanctuary be without you?
You ask him if he has any targets, and he will, and you'll have to capture them. He will have you train at first, just so you can learn how to do it. But once you have enough standing, and I'll spare you the details of all the other stuff.
These can make you an even stronger hunter.
You would come here, and you would get this. For 50,000 standing, you can get yourself the key to that room, so you can go in there. Now, that room, the enemies that are in there are only enemies that you have scanned. So having a Helios is paramount, because Helios will automatically scan everything for you. But once you get 50,000 standing, you'll be able to get that room. Again, the enemies will only be... Oh my god, he's so loud.
You must prove yourself deserving.
Okay. Just so I don't have to hear him. God, it's so obnoxiously loud. The enemies are only the enemies that you've scanned, so there's enemies in there that I haven't scanned yet. On top of that, the level that you can have those enemies be will be based off of your mastery rank. Like right now, the highest I can put them is 150. A mastery rank 24. Now, if I go to 25, I believe they go to 155, or they go to 160. I don't remember how it jumps. I want to say it goes up by 5%. But that's how you do it. You just fast travel. The other good thing about in here is these are all the mastery rank tests. Every single one of them. At any point you can practice them if you have one coming up. Like if I were to go further up, so you should be 24 test, so I just took you. 25. Oh, now that's weird. Typically it asks me if I want to practice or take it, although I shouldn't be able to. But let's take a look and see what the Mastery Rank 25 test is.
Show me your versatility, Tenno. Use
Oh.
both Arcwing and ground fighting to reach the kill count goal. Melee strike the orbs to add extra seconds to the timer.
Come on, reload. That's going to be the Master Rank 25 test when I get there fast enough. Oh no, someone gave me a thumbs down. No, no. I'm sorry. Was I not doing everything instantly for you? Was I not just standing there and watching everything just explode in one clean fluid strike? I wonder if the people that give the thumbs down realize that that still promotes the channel. Thumbs up or thumbs down, you still increase my popularity. Like, look, I understand you want to give Justin Bieber a thumbs down, man. That should be a nationwide thing. Yeah. Mastery Rank fucking 25 test, practice it, just for shits and fucking giggles. Like, I didn't even know what I was getting into. But it's not that hard. It's, you know, these are all it does is test things that you should already know in the game. Are there going to be some new things that'll pop up? Sure. But outside of that, meh. You fucking notice. Way to go, buddy. I'm sorry, did I not explain the simulacrum enough for you? I mean, I could if you want me to. But, you know, that's a great place. Like, when you have a mastery rank test coming up, go there and practice it. Now, for some reason, it didn't give me the option to practice, which is weird. Typically, well, I think that's, you can practice it up until you take the test, and then when you're ready for the test, I don't think yeah, I don't have the ranking for it yet. But once you are able to take the next test, it will give you the option of, do you take the test or want to practice it? I always tell people, just practice it. Just before you take it, just go there and practice it. You can trigger it from your orbiter. Go to Cephalon Samaris at any relay, practice it. Because if you fail it, you have to wait 24 hours until you can take it again. And that is a huge pain in the ass. And like back in the day, like when I first started, it's one of those things that like I always want to, it's the reason why I play this game, stream, why like when I see newer players, I want to give them as much knowledge as I can, because I didn't have somebody doing that. I would wait 24 hours and retake the test because I had no idea that was there when I first started the game. And that was a big pain in the ass. Like the first few mastery rank tests, no big deal. There was one that the person that was second in charge of our clan gave me the heads up on about, because I was like, dude, you got to help me with this. And he's like, just come here and practice it until you get it down. And then I'm like, practice? What the hell? Notice that is a very good question. For the most part, yeah, there's been a lot of like 69s that have been popping up. But as of late, they've all disappeared. I don't think they still... Oh, it still pops up for Fortuna. They gotta get that one out of there. Maru's Bazaar, I think, was one of the ones that had it when it popped up when there was too many servers, but pretty sure somebody at DE was just being a little cheeky. Alright, so before we shut her down, let's double back here. Sortie is done for today. I'll have to wait until tomorrow's show at noon for the new one. Interception against the Infested. While I like doing it against the Infested, the fact is interception's a pain in the ass. There was nothing in the invasions that was worth getting, but this is a good place to get. As long as you have the nodes open, you will get these notifications, and this is a good way to get certain weapons like the Snipetron Vandal, Twin Viper's Wraith. You will get rare resources. Now they will drop in other missions, but these are definite. The Croc Wraith. And the nav port for this. I don't have to worry about that or that. Let's see here. I believe I completed at least one Requiem.
You tore me
and a
limb
quarter
from limb,
of the way through another one.
I pulled myself
Really went
together
into
since
one of
then.
them. That's about right. So, yeah, as far as everything that went on today, I think we're... it wasn't a full stream because everything... Oh! Hildren is gone! Look, somebody's flower is like wedged in the corner over there. You can see part of it sticking out. The pink. Purple, green, another pink, a light blue. Could have sworn I subsumed somebody else. But that also means that pillage is now available. Now, because pillage typically used shields, because Hildren shields build up so quickly, for the Warframes it will use energy and will convert once you do that, but it's a great way to steal shields and armor from other enemies. You absorb them into yourself. On top of that, it removes any status on you or your allies, so if you're in a place where certain statuses are going to be a problem, solid ability to have. This is not something I would put on Ember, but I got an idea or two for her. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Ember I did put on Breach Surge. It's a fun one. It's an ability off of Wisp. Let's see here. Audrey, you are filled to the max. I don't know why you're sitting out here, boy. This is our operator, by the way, notice. I mean, at least the way I have him designed. But once you do the second dream, you'll get access to him. Once you finish the war within, you'll be able to use him in his entirety. That's right, Umbra. So many of these ambulance noggles. I know somebody's ship. This is Floof Central. Frame Fighter. I wonder if they made any changes to that. No, I'm not going to dive into that. I'll do that another time. Maybe tomorrow's show I'll do some more Frame, and maybe I'll do a couple of rounds of Frame Fighter. Alright, everybody. It is about that time. Your boy Viper here needs to eat. Gotta give me a tasty mouse to feed on. Oh, yeah. Well, hope everybody had a good day. I was able to get 2 streams in today, even though Sony decided to... I think they worked on their servers or something. Everything went down on me mid-stream when I was doing Ghost of Tsushima. But I figured I'd dump into Warframe, because at least if I stop in the middle of this, there is nothing I'm worried about losing as far as progression goes. Ghost of Tsushima be a different story. Your Kubro died? You'll get him back. If he dies in the mission when you get back to your ship, he'll be back. Unless you didn't take care of him. I think that's the only way he can, like, permanently, like, die, but the game should give you a notification. I hope that's what you're talking about, at least. Duke's over here on his bed. Just relaxing, with a couple of statues of Eidolons around him. You neglected him for a week? He shouldn't die after a week! I mean, you don't even have to worry about DNA stabilizers anymore. You used to have to put in DNA stabilizers. But that's for health, and this for the damage. But I mean, like, even if they're... I've never let them both go down to 0. Now it's impossible for the DNA integrity to go down to 0. Baby, he's had that bad for a while, actually, but yeah, I caved in. I wanted him to go to a specific spot and stay out of the way in certain cases. I also got tired of him getting stuck underneath the ramp. But as far as him dying... I mean, the loyalty, I've had this go down to 0. And all I have to do is just pet him. And that increases his damage. This was the one back in the day where... if that went all the way down, like, that would be the fucking end of it. Zero more health. So instead of the base health, having this up will double his vitality. So he's not dead. So check this out. This is what you gotta do, notice. Come over here to the market. Type in DNA. You get the... See, that's the one thing I don't understand. There, oh, no. There's a special segment you have to get, so you don't have to worry about this anymore. Okay. Come here. You're going to buy DNA stabilizers. They're 5,000 for a pack of 6. You buy these, Then you come over to your pet, and you just hit X, and you'll bring their life, quote-unquote, their life back up, the extra health that they're going to get. There is a segment in the dojo that you can get for your pet that will, or for the incubator at least, that you don't have to worry about using the DNA stabilizers anymore. I'm going to head to mine real quick and see if I remember it. Can I fast travel? Okay, so you go to the Tenno lab of your dojo. And when you do, there's weapons in here. This is where you can get the blueprints and build Banshee and several other Warframes. But what you're looking for is this. The Nutrio Incubator Upgrade Segment. It will... Stabilizers are permanent, so when you apply them, they never go down. Egg incubation is reduced by a day, so instead of waiting 3 days, you wait 2. And when you buy stabilizers after having this installed, it reduces the prices of them. So it might not be 5,000, I forgot about that. It might be 10,000 or 7,500 for those stabilizers. But you're gonna need them. Hacking what? This is what you got to get. You get your hands on that, you're all set. This is also we can get, let's see here, there's Banshee, Nezha, Vault, if he wasn't one of your main Warframes, Zephyr, Wukong. You go to the Tenno Lab, you can get all the pieces to make those frames, the basic versions of them. Oh, baby, you don't... Yeah, no, this is huge. You never have to worry about the stabilizers again for your pet. I thought it was something they integrated into the game itself. You have to get this segment. You have to be Mastery Rank 5 to get it. What Tenno Lab did you bring me to? There's a Tenno Lab on the other side. Jesus. Yeah, I was gonna say, why did the Tenno Lab look different? Because it wasn't this one. Also shows the Warframes in there. The ones you can get at least, minus 2 of them. Do we need any? Nope. Didn't know how to donate or find any pigments. And in the background I hear the beeping of a truck, which I'm assuming is probably going to end up being a National Grid truck. Can't see the road from here. But, yeah, that thing's fucking loud. It must be right outside the property. But, alright guys, it is that time. I gotta get a bite to eat. I am definitely hungry. It is almost 6 o'clock. As always, make sure you keep all the murder in the games and keep love in real life. 100 credits to bring you back. Yeah. Listen, don't stress that just yet. Notice when you and I play together, we'll get you that 100 credits pretty quick, buddy. Promise you. But as always, keep all the murder in the game and keep love in real life. Until next time, Viper out.